say it. I don't know if it matters now. You always did everything the way you wanted it.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. In a truly free society, you are free to ridicule the powerful. If you're a comedian or a satirist, it's actually your obligation because you have to give your audience a sense of power, and the best way to do that is make fun of the people who are indeed powerful, like politicians, billionaires. This is like a pressure release valve for society, and the best comedians that have ever lived, like Robin Williams, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Dave Chappelle, they do this masterfully, and it's why their audiences love them. Audiences used to love Saturday Night Live because they used to make fun of American politicians, but they decided to take a break over the last 4 years in the most easily mockable administration in American history. Joe Biden's falling down the stairs on his ass, filling his depends, incapable of speaking, dentures flying out of his mouth, and they won't make fun of him. And what this led to was the birth of a massive meme economy to take the place in the role of satire. Now, as Joe Biden drifts away like he'd never even existed and Kamala Harris comes onto the scene, the meme economy has come roaring in with masterpieces, truly, like this.
Who needs personality when you can switch who you are at the push of a button?
It's Sid Swish Kamala. That's right.
Oh, hello, young lady. Quite a marvelous day, innit?
Why does she talk so weird? Let me play with her.
Well, hey there, little nugget. I'm gonna be the first black female president of the United States of America.
Man, this doll sucks.
This doll sucks. This is better than the shorts they used to do on Saturday Night Live. This is better than, with AI and with modern day production capacities, you can do better quality than Saturday Night Live has ever done. And you can do it in meme form. And this kind of stuff goes thermonuclear. And I think the writers on SNL finally get it. That the vast majority of the country, that is your audience, whatever's left of it, don't agree with your sycophantic bootlicking and ass-kissing of the regime. And SNL is now finally starting to make fun of the people in power, and they've been going hard at Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. In fact, some of those savage bits I've ever seen on Joe Biden have been aired live on NBC on Saturday Night Live. They have to start competing, right, with the people. And this is their role. And shame on them for refusing to do it during Joe Biden's regime. Better late than never, though, I say. Kamala Harris is a fake. We know this. Kamala Harris doesn't even know what kind of accent she speaks with.
I love you back.
I love you back. This was at the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. Saturday Night Live also knows that Kamala Harris had a disastrous Fox News interview, and that's what they chose to open their show with this week. Bret Baier, Kamala Harris sat down, and it was a mess.
Locking people up because they disagree with him. This is a democracy. And in a democracy, the president of the United States, in the United States of America, should be willing to be able to handle criticism without saying he'd lock people up for doing it.
All right. So this is SNL opening up on that nightmare train wreck of an interview, and they hit Kamala Harris on the three things that she's the weakest at. That she's unable to make a point, that she switches her accent, and that she's extremely awkward during these interviews, and quite frankly, doesn't connect. That everything is put upon and for show. And so there's subtlety to it, but here we go. Here's the opening bit.
Good evening, I'm Bret Baier, and to clear the air, yes, I do look like someone made a businessman in Minecraft. Tonight I am speaking to Vice President Kamala Harris. Let's welcome her now to Fox News.
Well, thank you,
Pleasure to
Bret.
have you here with us.
Thank you, Bret.
Yeah.
The pleasure is neither of ours.
The awkward
Thank you,
laugh.
Madam Vice President. Now, when I interviewed President Trump, my first question was, what do you think is the most important issue facing our nation? So my first question for you is, give me the exact number of murderers you let loose in this country.
Well, Bret, I'm glad you brought up the topic of immigration.
1 million, 2 million?
Okay,
The first thing we did in office was to introduce a bill.
10 million, give me a number.
Brett, we came up with a bipartisan
But
bill.
did it have a number, though?
May I please finish?
I'm asking you to.
Well, then you have to listen.
Well, I can't because I'm talking.
Well, when will you stop?
And maybe when I go to bed?
Okay. Brett, look. I am the only candidate who has prosecuted transnational criminal organizations. I brought down the Sinaloa cartel. I brought down the Guadalajara cartel. If I was in Breaking Bad, it would have ended in 3 episodes.
Madam Vice President, are you here to answer questions or just looking for a viral moment?
Oh, please, I am not looking for a viral moment. See how I don't let men interrupt my answers? Very demure, very mindful.
Okay, now you're just throwing out memes.
Look, that is not true. I am here to reach across the aisle. Hundreds of Republicans have endorsed me because in the club, we all fam.
They go at her with like the fake answers and the fake accent. It's great. I mean, like, honestly, it's great. It's where she's weakest. So here we go. They continue.
Are we all fam? You've been pretty divisive. You've called Donald Trump unfit.
Yes.
Unstable.
Yep.
Not able to lead.
Period.
Unchecked.
Did I stutter? Look, Donald Trump talks about the enemy within. He said he would turn the military on the American people.
We actually asked the former president about this today. Take a look.
Mr. President, thank you for coming to this women's town hall full of undecided women voters who we found at a Trump rally. Now, Kamala Harris has called you unhinged and a danger. What do you say to that?
You know, I heard about that. They said I was threatening. Not true. I would never threaten anything except perhaps violence. But they do phony investigations. Okay, I've been investigated more than Alphonse Capone, who famously did nothing wrong. Scarface! Al Pacino. Pacino, you know, he said he briefly died from COVID, one of the great hoaxes, you know, that was started by Joe Biden, the Biden crime family, right? Families are disappearing. You know, kids are going back to school and they're coming back a different gender. You know, they're going to Zoltars and they're coming back big. It's really a shame. You know, they're switching bodies. They're doing Freaky Fridays and Hannah Montanas. You know, we're a failing country. America is a terrible place full of jerks and idiots, but we love it. It's really bad.
With all due respect, that is not the right clip.
Well, actually, it was.
No.
Well, he answered.
He who?
Look.
No.
You
are
going
to
like
the
way
you
look. I guarantee it.
Okay, enough, Lego man. Just play the correct clip of Donald Trump.
Fine.
So is that the like worst attack on Trump? That's it? I agreed with Trump's answer there. I was like, is that like they think that like makes him look bad? I don't know. It's kind of all over the place. It's funny. Isn't that the point? It's funny. Dude, if you want funny, look what they did to Biden. Man, you want to talk about what they could have been doing to Biden for the last 3 years and why I'm so pissed off at professional comedians? Check this out.
About Joe Biden, here's what he recently said about you and your candidacy.
Okay, look, here's the deal. It's a total tragedy. I'm not kidding around. Everything she touches will be destroyed. No joke. Watch out, Florida.
Brett, he's clearly talking about the hurricane. He said, watch out, Florida. Why do you keep playing these misleading clips?
I don't, but here's some more.
Well, folks, we have other problems on our hands. I'm being serious. Come on. 4 years ago, it was amazing. It was the guy you wanted. But now they got this girl. And people are going, what's she doing here? Come on.
Okay. Brett, you and I both know he's talking about the new Joker movie with Lady Gaga. Can you keep rolling it, please?
And why is she singing? What's a faux lead do? What's a ga-ga-ga-goo-ga? What is it? Come on. No Joker. No joke.
Okay, maybe you're right, but while we're on the topic, when did you first notice that Joe Biden's mental faculties were diminished?
Brett, I have watched Joe Biden from the Oval Office to the Situation Room. And Joe Biden is Jabright. He is Jabrilliant. But my presidency will basically be Jabillion times better.
I mean, okay, so like, good on him. You can watch the whole thing, you know, here. Good on him. I'll tell you, it's nice. It's nice to see comedy back. Nobody would ever argue that you should put Donald Trump on every beer can, Bud Light, or that every John Deere tractor needs to be made with Donald Trump's face on it, or that every single segment on SNL should be making fun of only Democrats. All that the American people ask for is like, stop rigging everything against one side. The vast majority of the country are populists that love America first. So stop isolating them. Figure out how to speak with those people. And the way you do that, at least where I come from, is ridicule. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.